picture on the web. And I knew when I saw her picture that she was going to be a lady that could help me. That was powerful for me. And I know that our recruits, that's powerful for them. So don't underestimate the internal power. Additionally, the education information I received before my fitting and after, and when I was wearing the bra, all played a part in my excitement. It was a total package. And remember this when working with your recruits. I could see how women could benefit from this experience. For my recruits who recruited themselves, it was the quality of the questions they asked that made a difference in how they asked them. During the fitting, they were like sponges soaking up all they could, continuing to build their excitement to see how this opportunity could work for them. In my presentations to them, I try to be on my game. I try to be focused, committed, and provide them with what they need at the time, making them feel more comfortable, valued like a very special person as they truly are. Connection is very key because if I'm connected with her, she's connected with me, and we have a bond, and they respond very well to that. When I'm asking people to join the Janique family, I've really come face to face with my fears of rejection, of the word no, and my expectations of putting the responsibility of the outcome where it really doesn't belong. It's been a challenge, but it's been very good and very valuable lesson to help me grow. First, let's talk about the fear of rejection and getting the word no. In my research, I've discovered that when we're facing rejection, people are not really rejecting us. They may be rejecting our energy at that time. And if I'm fearful or have lack of self-confidence, the other person senses that and may feel very uncomfortable and not be quite ready to commit. One of the authors that I read often, he states there's no such thing as rejection, and we cannot be rejected. However, we tend to spend a lot of time, I've done in the past, with those thoughts in our heads that keep us from taking action, like asking and sharing and recruiting. And the word recruiting means, by definition, to grow again. Secondly, the word no is just a word. It doesn't mean anything until we attach meaning to it. This has been a lesson for me to learn. Perhaps giving meaning from the past that kept my feet and hands and mind and mouth stuck. Steve also talks about a concept, and this was really powerful for me and really opened up for me, where the yes resides in the land of the no. When I heard that, it felt so inviting me and gave me an opportunity to see that from a different perspective. I could choose to have a different experience with that and perhaps play with the idea of yes, living in the land of the no. I was able to take more confident steps and really embrace that and starting asking more. And if I got a no, it was okay. I was going to be okay, and it was going to be okay because I know someone somewhere would say yes. But as long as I kept my mouth shut and holding on tight to my excuses of not asking, I am being fearful and not really living, not giving myself the opportunity to get a yes, or being part of a wonderful opportunity to help another person grow. Last, forcing my expectations on the outcome of asking and putting my responsibility where it really didn't belong. As a consultant, I can ask and share and offer and open my mouth about the unique opportunity. This is my only responsibility in the action of the initial recruiting process. The person being asked has the responsibility of saying no or yes or not now, not me. The outcome will be what it will be. If I've done my part of asking, it takes the pressure off when I'm not really trying to be responsible for the outcome as well. Perhaps the person I'm recruiting can feel more comfortable and more open to what I'm inviting her to take a look at and join our team. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very, very much, Phyllis. And you put it so simply and yet very, very positive, and that is, do not be afraid of that little word no, because every time we ask, we stand a good chance of somebody responding to us in a very positive, upbeat manner. Many times when they say no, it's, well, no, because I really don't know what you're talking about. So you have to hear that no. If it's ask me again, put them on a little waiting list and get back to them. Never forget that person that you really, really want to have on your team. I loved what you said, Phyllis, in regards to too much energy. And I know many times that happens because we get so excited about what we do in the business that we sometimes are overwhelming and we tend to tell way too much and then we scare them off. So I do believe it's what we've got to do, as both the ladies have spoken to us tonight about, is just keep it simple. Don't be afraid of rejection. Have the energy to open your mouth and just ask the question. I loved it when we listened to the fact that, you know, I am looking for something part-time, then we sure have got something special for you. So, ladies, you did an awesome job tonight, and we certainly thank you. I would like to mention what Phil said earlier about Mr. Knob's birthday in September. I think we should own that, ladies, and I think we all need to have a plan in our group for Mr. Knobs. What could that plan be? I'd like to see every one of you go to that roll count and encourage every single person on the team to at least be active with a $60. And I believe it was Deborah, we were talking before we started about that mentoring bonus. It is your responsibility to understand that, to know that the recruiter and the recruit must be active every single month, which is the 4 months that she has started and come into the business. Watch that. Go to your computer right after this call. Check on those new recruits. See where they are. You don't want to throw away a $120 mentoring bonus because maybe she's missed it by $30. So let's heed what we've heard tonight. Let's do something very special for Mr. Knob's birthday, and then you come back, keep it simple and easy and fun. Remind your team that we all have to ask, and as we ask, we will grow. Thank you, Phil, and I'll turn it back to you.
Thank you, Nancy. I really enjoyed Delane and Phyllis, and listening, you know, I couldn't help but think back when I came into the business, and I think some of you have heard my story, but I'm just going to lightly relate to you that I had no idea I was coming into a business. I just got excited about the bra, and I got so excited, and the lady said, you know, you should do this. I said, do what? She said, sell these. And I said, oh, no, I've never sold a thing in my life. She says, well, you don't have to sell. You just tell. And, you know, that stuck with me all of these years, and I thought to myself, oh, I can do that. And, you know, sometimes it sounded simple to me, and I guess that's why I lasted all of these years, because it is simple. It's we who make it complicated. I think sometimes we oversell, and then sometimes we look at this like, oh, God, I have to train her, and I have to do this, and I have to do that, and I have to do whatever. And so you don't ask because it can be a little bit of work, but the rewards are great. I look back now at some of our people who have brought people into the business. I think you'll notice in your last focus, in the honor roll, you'll see who's at the top of the honor roll is Joe Denton Smith, or what we call Joe D. Smith, and she's retired. And lo and behold, she's at the top of the honor roll. And I think, well, how did that happen? And you think about it, how did that happen? She had a good group, and it kept on keeping on. Just because she retired, they didn't. I look back at Kathy Lucas. I've told her story a couple times. She retired. She's elderly now. They're not well. And, boy, she's in the honor roll every month. Now, how did that happen? Well, because she had a good group. So undoubtedly, over the years, those ladies and many others have gone ahead and talked to a lot of people and got them excited about the product. And when they got excited about the product, they made it sound simple to do, and it is. It's we who sometimes get a little too complicated that people turn around and look at us and say, oh, I don't think I could do that. But, you know, they can do that if you keep it simple. And I think that's the secret. And, you know, Nancy